Is that showing the right one?
Yep, looks good.
Yeah.
Okay, so due to interference by the board members to restrict council or content based on their personal opinion and not letting community concerns be voiced on another public platform, to raise this concern, it's a great opportunity to interact with our community. People stop us on the street, they talk to us at the pool, they talk to public dinners for adults. This is another place of interaction. It's a public forum. There's been no violation of expression. Put the DKC secretary in a position to make this call is outside of responsibilities. There's only been one person on the board that's complained about the content. As board members need to be restricted from, as board members need not to be restricted from communication on our platform. I have an email from Constance that says, as I told you before, I'm not the Facebook administrator, so I've not blocked any posts. I did ask Ann to hold your posts as pending until tomorrow's business meeting, so you have blocked my posts. So on September 2nd, I have all the posts here that I posted, and I've had them recalled, and I'd be happy to read them.
You sure you want to?
Yeah, absolutely. The first one that I was trying to respond to was a post from Mary Nelson. It says, why would we pay $43,000 to repair equipment with all volunteer labor that the inspector said was so dangerous it had to be roped off for the entire summer? We will vote yes for a new playground for the children. It will increase our value of properties. And so I felt that it would be good to respond to that. And also respond to the constant contacts that was put out that I was very displeased and aghast that it was put out as a constant contact without board approval. So my response was, please vote to renew the playground. The community has brought to you a vote to renew or replace the playground. There's been many scare tactics to get you to believe that we need to spend $120K to put a whole new playground complex. Our family has safely used the current equipment for many years. Don't let lawyers and insurance salesmen scare you into thinking we don't know how to care for our children. We want to be safe. If you donated for the new playground, you have been told that it can be used to replace or renew equipment. Let me say, it's only basically can only be used for the new equipment. This is true. So now that you know that the current equipment has parts available and will into the future, please ask to have your funds moved to renew. By doing so, you almost totally cover the cost of getting the equipment back to where it needs to be. Many in the community have asked many times over the past year to do this and have been told with many excuses, intimidated by any attempt to do so. It's critical at this time to come together. Thank you for your support. So most of this information has already been put out on the website and other places, and so I wanted to respond to that, and this was blocked. I had another email from, let's see.
So you want to walk through and pick this apart, or how do you want to do it?
Well, what I'd like to show see that one there, community vote that one, have a picture of the playground on. I don't see why there would be anything reason to block that. That's,
The motion isn't about blocking, it's about you being called the administrator.
right, and so I'm willing to take because I think that the current things that Facebook has on there are very good. I mean, it says basically, profanity, you can't, I mean, they're good, they're good for the entire nation. I think they should be good enough for our club. And I think that it is a good platform for us to be able to, like you said, if somebody puts something on there, you can get more opinions as to what that is. It's even something as simple as, somebody says, hey, it'd be nice to fix the roof on the deal. And says, okay, well, that if they just send that to Coleman, he's the only one that hears it, or we hear. But then it's like, it's another platform. People come to the meetings. They can say, hey, yeah, I really think, something else needs to be done. And so there's a lot more, a broad scope of what this platform can be used for, rather than just for, things outside of, I think it's been way overly restricted. And I did felt that Constance specifically targeted Brenda and me because our accounts were locked where other people's were not. And I had to like try and send posts to other people to try and get them to post. So it seemed like a personal attack.
It was not.
Well, it feels like
VRO
a personal attack.
1.7, conflicts within the community. Individual board members shall not take sides in community disputes. And then VRO 7.10, discouraged forms of communication. The following types of communication are unethical and are discouraged whenever possible. Blatantly false information, distortions and half-truths, withholding
Right.
important information, damaging rumors, and attempting to overwhelm with copious detail. Because these kinds of communication can become a serious problem in a community like ours, the board should aggressively attempt to trace down and correct any such communication.
I think your constant comment post in the letter that went with it specifically did that.
Don?
I think the very last sentence that you read weighs very heavily. It says the board, and it doesn't name any individual people. It says the board should make every attempt to dispel these half-truths and rumors and so on. So if they were prevented from using Facebook, but yet here it says we're supposed to dispel these things that are on Facebook, how do you do that?
Don, did you have a question?
Well, I understand John's comments then. I could